Right now, thousands of American sailors trapped aboard the United States Navy's most lethal supercarriers are silently hitting a catastrophic breaking point. Ships like the USS Abraham Lincoln and the USS Gerald R are currently smashing historic deployment records, forced to stay out at sea under grueling warlike conditions longer than any fleet since World War II. But the Pentagon is desperately trying to keep the real truth under wraps, hiding a deep operational nightmare that threatens global security. Here at Horizon Fact Files, we are stripping away the military propaganda to show you exactly what is happening aboard these steel titans. This is the dark reality of America's breaking fleet. Before we plunge deep into the classified engineering failures of these massive ships, we have a massive announcement for our core viewers. To celebrate the launch of Horizon Fact Files, we are giving away an exclusive, highly detailed 3D Navy carrier model and a premium military history book bundle to one lucky subscriber this month. If you want to win, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button right now, drop a thumbs up on this video, and leave a comment below saying Navy. We pick the winner directly from our active subscriber list, so do not miss out on your chance to join the Horizon Fact Files crew. Hit subscribe and let's get right back into the action. To truly understand how close the United States Navy is to a total operational collapse, we have to look at the severe pressure building in global flashpoints. For decades, the standard United States Navy carrier deployment lasted exactly 6 months to ensure proper safety. This strict time frame gave crews time to rest and allowed these incredibly complex nuclear systems to undergo critical maintenance. But today, those vital rules have been completely thrown out the window by military commanders. Escalating geopolitical tensions have forced naval commanders into a dangerous corner, requiring unprecedented actions. When the USS Gerald R was deployed to the Mediterranean, its mission wasn't just extended once, it was extended repeatedly, keeping over 5,000 American citizens on high alert for hundreds of days straight. Think about the sheer mechanical toll it takes to operate a nuclear-powered supercarrier under constant combat readiness without a break. Every single hour, fighter jet catapults are violently hammered, radar grids are pushed to their thermal limits, and the ship's massive nuclear reactors run non-stop. With friendly ports completely blocked off due to rising security threats, these multi-billion-dollar warships are literally running on fumes. Here is a secret bonus fact that the mainstream media rarely mentions. A single Nimitz-class carrier requires over 400,000 gallons of fuel per day just for its aircraft wing, meaning a stuck ship faces an unprecedented logistical nightmare if supply lines are choked. An aircraft carrier is often romanticized as a magnificent floating city, but underneath the shiny surface lies a deeply grueling psychological reality. For the lower deck crew, the engineers, the mechanics, and the weapon handlers, daylight is a rare luxury they rarely see. They spend consecutive weeks working up to 16 hours a day in claustrophobic, vibrating steel rooms beneath the waterline. Here is a shocking reality that most citizens remained completely unaware of. When a massive naval vessel is kept at sea past its designated return date, the internal systems begin to degrade at an exponential rate. Sailors inside the hull are forced into high-stress schedules, with sleep cycles entirely disrupted by the constant roar of steam-powered catapults launching fighter jets overhead. At Horizon Fact Files, we analyze the latest Defense Department statistics, and the findings are deeply troubling. Operational extensions have triggered an unprecedented surge in mechanical failures across multiple carrier strike groups, leading to emergency repairs being conducted in open waters without the proper shipyard tools. Now, consider the extreme psychological cost of this global power projection. Imagine living in a windowless steel box for 10 consecutive months with no internet connection to speak to your family for weeks at a time due to classified operational security blackouts. This is not a hypothetical scenario. This is the active reality for thousands of active duty men and women. The psychological pressure creates a volatile environment where crew morale plummets to historic lows. When leadership extends a deployment with zero notice, it shatters the trust between the command structure and the sailors who risk their lives on the front line. Let us reveal a hidden truth about naval logistics. A modern supercarrier does not travel alone. It is surrounded by a massive protective umbrella known as a carrier strike group. This includes guided missile cruisers, advanced destroyers, and fast-attack nuclear submarines. When a carrier's mission is extended, every single ship in that strike group is also trapped in the same endless cycle. The supply ships responsible for transferring food, ammunition, and spare parts are pushed beyond their operational limits. This creates a dangerous vulnerability, as any delay in the replenishment line could leave the entire fleet defenseless in a hostile zone. But why is the Pentagon taking such immense risks with its most expensive assets? The answer lies in the rapid escalation of modern surface threats. In critical maritime choke points like the Bab-el-Mandeb Strait and the Taiwan Strait, the proliferation of low-cost anti-ship ballistic missiles has changed the rules of engagement. The Navy can no longer afford to leave a geopolitical vacuum, forcing commanders to keep existing assets deployed until replacement carriers can finish their lengthy maintenance overhauls back in American shipyards. This brings us to one of the most controversial defense debates of the modern era. Internal naval intelligence documents reveal that the United States Navy is currently exploring a radical, multi-billion-dollar redesign for its next-generation surface combatants. This historic pivot is a direct reflection of structural preferences emphasized by President Donald Trump, who has openly challenged modern stealth architecture. Trump has argued that modern naval vessels, with their flat geometric angles designed to scatter radar waves, lack the raw, imposing visual power that traditionally defined American naval dominance during the era of classic battleships. Naval architects are now locked in a fierce internal battle. They are tasked with the near-impossible mission of blending highly classified radar-evading technology with the aggressive, heavily armored aesthetic of the 20th century. Critics within Washington's defense committees are raising major red flags, aggressively pointing out that prioritizing visual appearance over modern combat survivability could prove catastrophic in a peer-to-peer conflict. Is a return to psychological intimidation a brilliant strategic move, or is it a multi-billion-dollar step backward in naval engineering? As we look toward the highly volatile landscape of the 21st century, a much larger question emerges that the military-industrial complex is hesitant to answer. Are these massive $13 billion supercarriers becoming obsolete targets in the age of modern warfare? The sudden rise of $500 commercial kamikaze drone swarms and unstoppable hypersonic anti-ship missiles has proved that cheap, asymmetrical technology can neutralize the most expensive fortresses on Earth. A weapon system that takes a decade to build can now be threatened by a drone put together in a garage. The historic rule of the oceans no longer belongs to the nation with the thickest armor or the largest hull. It belongs to the side that can adapt the fastest to the invisible electronic warfare of the modern battlefield. If the United States Navy cannot resolve its crippling personnel shortages, fix the rapid burnout of its crews, and secure its ships against modern drone threats, its century-long dominance may come to an abrupt and violent end. The future of global trade routes and international stability hangs entirely in the balance. What is your take on this unprecedented naval crisis? Is the American fleet still an unstoppable global superpower, or are we witnessing the decline of the supercarrier? Make sure to drop your thoughts in the comments section below. If you want to support high-quality, independent maritime documentaries, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now and turn on all notifications for Horizon Fact Files. Thank you for watching. Stay vigilant, and we will see you in the next deep dive investigation.